It's been months since we've been on the air, but we're back. The only game show designed for, well, gamers. I'm Chris Cunningham of the National Esports Association, and after a several-month hiatus, we are ready. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Gaming Edition. Hello and welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Gaming Edition. After being off the air for months, we are back, and boy, are we going to have a great time. We've got contestants from all over the world, all hoping to walk away with that $1 million. If they want that money, they're going to need to be smart, gutsy, and willing to take risks. How far will they go? We'll find out, and let's meet our contestants. They are Dragos from Ontario, Canada. Munchie from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Kane from Lexington, Massachusetts. And Carrick from Northeast Louisiana. Now it's time to find out which of our contestants will be the first to play for the $1 million. In a moment, a question and 4 possible answers will appear on your screen. The player who puts those answers in the correct order in the fastest amount of time will be our first player to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And so players will have 20 seconds max here for this question. Here it comes, the first fast finger question. Put these game consoles in order of their release, starting with the earliest. Super Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation 2, Atari 2600. All right, players, time is up. And again, the question was, put these game consoles in the order of their release, starting with the earliest. So again, chronological order for fast finger. First answer is Atari 2600. Super Nintendo. PlayStation 2. And last but not least, Xbox. Taking a look as the players have input their scores, rather. We are going to see the answer again being DACB. First player to get that correct is going to be Carrick. There, followed very quickly by Munchie, Danky, and unfortunately Kane. They're incorrect. So we are going to be going with Carrick here. Carrick will be our first player to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Gaming Edition. All right, here we go. We're here with Carrick, and Carrick, you're just 15 questions away from the $1 million. So, Carrick, how are you first off, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm doing just great. When I got the email that I was going to be doing this, I could tell that it would probably be a lot of fun. So I'm very excited. I am from Northern Louisiana. Go to Louisiana Tech, and I perform at the Band of Pride there. I play the trumpet, and I'm also a voice actor on the side. I do, various odd jobs here and there on the internet, and I am currently stuck in a hotel right now because my apartment building isn't finished yet. So that's basically all you need to know.
It's funny. I've been in similar situations working for apartment companies, and they haven't finished delivering their end of the bargain on the lease. But how's the hotel treating you so far?
Oh, it's basically like a second family here now because I've been here for so long. The apartment was supposed to be ready like August 15th, and it's been delayed so many times that now it's like supposed to be ready November 1st. We're just hoping that this is the one, but I'll believe it when I see it.
And just to be clear, before we get into it, the apartment company, they're still paying for you to be in the hotel, right?
Yes, although I am partly paying for it with my own rent. So
fair enough. Yeah, that does make sense. But Carrick, are you ready to go? Are you ready to get into the game?
Yes, I'm very much ready. Let's do this.
Awesome. So the rules are quite simple. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. If you get to the $1,000 or $25,000 level, you are guaranteed to walk away with at least that much money. We want you to win as much as you possibly can, so we're giving you 3 lifelines to help you out. You can go 50-50, where we'll take away 2 random wrong answers, leaving the correct answer and a wrong answer with it. You can ask the audience, where the audience will vote on what they think the answer is, and you will actually have the ability to discuss with the audience as well. Or you can ask the host, which is me. So pressure's on. And if you get stuck, you can walk away at any time with the amount that you've earned. So with that information, Carrick, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Cool. Audience as well, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. It's what we like to see. All right, well, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Gaming Edition. All right, Carrick, we're getting right into it here. Here is the first question for $100. Which company developed the Wii? Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, or the French government?
Oh, that's my favorite video game company right there. Okay, luckily I don't need to think too hard about this one, because this is actually the first game console I ever actually owned. So it's pretty nostalgic for me. So I am gonna go with B, Nintendo, as my final answer.
That's your final answer, and that is going to be B, Nintendo, what we have locked in, and that is correct. So Carrick on the board there with $100, which good to see that streak coming into play as we're kicking off, the game so far. So question number 2 for $200. Similar to the Oscars, yearly awards for games are called the Golden Whats? Joysticks, microphones, top hats, cups.
Okay, well, I have actually heard of these before, and I don't know why they don't do them anymore. But I am pretty sure it's A, joysticks. That's my final answer.
Okay, locking in A, joysticks. And that is correct for $200. Good job there. We're going to head into question number 3 now. This is going to be for $300 total. Incremental 100 here. First available in 2009. Which game features enemies called creepers? League of Legends, Super Smash Brothers, Minecraft, or Pokemon?
All right. It's funny. I actually thought that this game came out in 2011 for a while, so I'm glad that it wasn't asking this. But I'm gonna have to go with Minecraft on this one.
Okay, Minecraft C. Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and lock in C for Minecraft. And that is correct. Yes, there are creepers in Minecraft. They can really be detrimental to your server or your realm specifically. And we're gonna move on now. All right, the fourth question here for $500. At the end of a game, which alliterative 2-letter abbreviation is often said by competitors? GG, RR, WW, or LL?
Yes, I've said this many a time with my group of friends, but I'm gonna go with GG, standing for good game, as my final answer.
All right, A's locked in. That's Carrick's final answer. And this question's gonna be GG. That is gonna be all she wrote there. That is correct. As far as the others, I don't know what they might stand for. World Wildlife, Railroad,
Lots.
Rainbow Road. Lots of love. Yeah, who knows? But good job there. We're going to be heading now into our 5th question here at $1,000. So if you do get this question right, this is a threshold question where you will be able to fall back on this $1,000 if you end up getting this question correctly.
Right.
The first mass-selling home video game was called what? Super Mario Brothers, Pong, Call of Duty, or Doom?
Okay. Well, I can I can remove Doom and Call of Duty immediately because those games came out in the 90s and the 2000s. And Super Mario Brothers, while that is a very important game and one of the big home console games, it is not as old as Pong. So Pong is going to be my final answer, B.
All right, locking in B there for the final answer. And that will get Carrick up to $1,000. So bare minimum, you will be walking away with $1,000, Carrick, so congratulations. That is going to move us on to a bigger question now for an incremental $1,500. This is a $2,500 question here, question number 6. And the question is, the popular first-person shooter Counter-Strike was originally created as a mod for what other popular game? Half-Life, Fallout, Far Cry 3, or Gary's Mod?
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and rule out Far Cry 3 and Fallout, as those guys are their own things. Gary's Mod, while it does use a similar engine to most Valve games, I know that Half-Life is pretty much the foundation of all that. And I'm going to go with A, Half-Life, as my final answer.
Final answer, there it is, locked in, Half-Life. And that is correct. Carrick, congratulations there on the $2,500.
Dane looked like he knew that one.
Good job there.
I was screaming my head off like, oh, I know this.
All right, that's going to move us up to question number 7. This is now for $4,000. And so the question here is, in 2019, which company acquired Psyonix, the developer of Rocket League? By the way, all 3 lifelines still remaining. Valve, Blizzard, Epic Games, or Ubisoft?
Okay. This is a good one. I'm actually not sure about this one. My first guess would be Valve, but what's my time limit right now?
Well, you don't know if you have a time limit, but you do have the 3 lifelines available, so you can ask the host, ask the audience, or go for a 50-50 here. Kind of all comes down to what your preference is.
So, I don't think it's Blizzard, and I don't think it's Epic Games because Epic Games does Fortnite. Since I'm not too sure about this one, so I think I'm gonna ask the audience.
Ask the audience. Okay, is that going to be final for you there to lock in? Ask the audience.
Yes, I will ask the audience on this one.
Okay. Okay, audience. Carrick needs your help. If you're ready, talk freely with Carrick and make your final decision.
Hi. So
Hello.
I'm gonna tell you this now. It's C, Epic Games. The reason being it's Epic Games is that's the reason it got removed off the Steam marketplace.
Oh.
Because
really?
Epic Games bought them. And that's a direct competitor with Valve with their new market.
Okay.
If I remember this correctly, it's Epic Games.
I was thinking it was either Epic Games. Oh, sorry.
No,
I was thinking it was either Epic Games or Ubisoft. Or Ubisoft. I was down to those two, but I don't know between the two.
I would be more accurate with Epic Games due to the fact because, like with Danky said, they had bought them off through Epic Games, so Epic
They
Games
also gave it away for free last month on Epic Games Store.
Okay. All right. Well, I think then I'll probably go with Epic Games. I've got faith in you guys.
Okay, so Carrick has asked the audience, and ultimately they have decided on C, Epic Games, but is that your final answer, Carrick?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Epic Games locked in here. And that is going to be correct. So the audience coming through in the clutch there in that one. I believe that Psyonix did have some history there with Ubisoft, so that was a little bit of a distractor there. but ultimately not involved with Valve or Blizzard. Epic Games did buy them out relatively recently as well. But yes, Dankies was mentioning there about the marketplace in the store. That is all true. And ultimately now we are going to move on to our 8th question here for $8,500. There are 2 lifelines remaining. It's going to be the 50-50 and Ask the Host. And I'll be honest, that one personally there tricked me up a little bit with Ubisoft there as an answer. But we are going to go ahead in here to question number 8, $8,500. Carrick, you still ready?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay, cool. We're going to dive right into it. Of all the versions and revisions of the Nintendo Wii, how many featured GameCube support? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Wow. I'm trying to think of like, how many different versions of the Wii are there. That's what I'm trying to think of, because I know that when you buy the Wii, it's got those 4 controller ports on the top, and also you can put in a GameCube disc. So, like, are there multiple versions of the Wii? That's what I'm trying to think to myself, because I can't really imagine another, like, different from the standard edition. So this might be, so maybe this is like a trick and it's just one. That's what I'm leaning towards, because I can't think of any different versions of the Wii. I'm sure that maybe I'm being stupid. I'm just not remembering this correctly, but I think there's only one kind of Wii you can buy. So I'm gonna go with 1A as my final answer.
Okay, locked in. 1 there, final answer. And that is correct. It is going to be 1.
All right.
There were, I think, a few different submodels there of the Wii, but the original release there did end up, I believe that was from, I want to say 2006. I'm not the best expert there on Nintendo. That was the one that ultimately did end up having GameCube support. So we're going to move on to question number 9. This is for $16,000. Again, if you win this question, Carrick, you're going to win $16,000. You're going to move up to that level. If you can always walk away with $8,500, you do have 2 lifelines left as well. And if you do lose, you're going to walk away with $1,000. So question number 9 here, coming right up. What color was the only button on the famous Atari 2600 controller? Blue, yellow, green, or red?
Okay. I actually do know this one, and I can thank that knowledge to YouTubers like the Angry Video Game Nerd, who introduced me to all these different retro consoles, and so with the Atari 2600 being one of them. And so it's got that classic design of the brown border and the joystick and a red button. So my final answer is D, red.
Okay, D's going to be locked in. That is red, and that is correct. Yes, only a big red button, and I remember playing Astro Smash as a kid on the Atari 2600.
Oh yes, big red button. Inventors of Sonic Boom.
Yeah, that's brings back memories. And here we go. We're going to go up to question 10 here. This one for $25,000. 2 lifelines still remaining here for Carrick. In Grand Theft Auto 4, Liberty City is modeled after which real-life American city? New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas?
All right. Grand Theft Auto 4 is going to be different. I've played Grand Theft Auto 5, and I know that game is based off Los Angeles, so I could probably go ahead and scratch off Los Angeles. And Las Vegas, from what I've seen of it, it doesn't look like that. So right now, I'm kind of torn between New York City and Chicago. And I know, like, you play as, like, you're from Russia, essentially. And so at the beginning of the game, you essentially, come there on a boat. And that would lead me to believe it would be New York City, since New York City is the place where a bunch of immigrants go by boat. So I'm going to say A, New York City, and I'll have that be my final answer.
Okay, locking in A for New York City. And moment of truth here. That is correct for $25,000.
Yeah.
Also, Statue of Liberty, Chicago,
Yeah.
Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. Not gonna make as much sense there as a New York City there. So, well done there, Carrick. You're now at $25,000. This also has put you at that $25 threshold as well. So the lowest amount you will be walking away with now is going to be $25,000. That being said, 2 lifelines left, and we're going to move on to our 11th $50,000 question. And we're going to continue going on here and seeing how far Carrick can go. Question is, considered to be the first home video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey was released exclusively in which region? Japan, North America, Europe, or China?
I believe the Odyssey is known as essentially the Pong console that you must have played Pong on it, and Japan is like the birthplace of video games, so like that would be my first instinct, of course. But then, of course, you have to remember that a lot was going on in North America at that time as well, making the games. I could probably cross out China and Europe because they weren't as active in the industry at the time. So that's why I'm torn right now between Japan and North America. So I think perhaps this would be a good time to do a 50-50. So, and I'm hoping that if I do that, it'll take one of those away and not just leave me with Japan and North America. That's kind of the risk I'm taking here. So I am going to use my 50-50 for this one.
Okay, so Carrick gonna opt to use the 50-50 here. Is that something you want to lock in as a final answer?
Yes.
Okay, so 50-50 being executed here. It's going to take away 2 random incorrect answers. So keep that in mind. And that will leave, again, one of the correct answers, ultimately, the correct answer, and one of the wrong answers as well. So it's going to leave North America and Japan.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm thinking North America for this one. It makes the most sense. Like Japan, I don't think it was doing these kinds of consoles at the time, and like I remember there being like commercials of people using it, and it looked like American commercials. So I'm going to go with B, North America, as my final answer.
Okay, locking in B, North America. That's the final answer for Carrick. And that is going to be correct. It is going to be North America. Magnavox was a North American company, and I believe it was in 1972 they did go ahead and release that into North America. Then ultimately it did go into Europe a little bit after that, but it was exclusively only released there in North America. Japan, it was never, I don't even believe Japan was ever released in as well. So with that being said, Carrick is still on a roll here. He's
that's awesome.
going up to his next question.
I have it. Sorry. I was holding my breath that entire round. I'm like, oh my god. This is the console that inspired Pong.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I had to like really like blow my nose there for a second too. But we are going to be moving on to our $100,000 question. And so at this point, the worst that Carrick can do is lose and ultimately walk away now with $25,000. He could walk and ultimately walk away with 50, but this is to win $100,000 here. There's one lifeline left. There are 3 more questions, including this one, to go up until that $1 million question, question 15. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into it here. The Xbox Series X from Microsoft contains a processor and graphics processor developed by which company? Microsoft, NVIDIA, AMD, Qualcomm.
Okay, I think I know this one. So, surprisingly, it's probably not going to be Microsoft. I feel like that's one of those trick answers. And I know from what I've seen, NVIDIA seems to work really closely with Xbox a lot. And like I've seen logos and on my Xbox One and stuff. So I would have to assume that they would want to keep using that same graphics processor with their next console. So I'm going to go with B, NVIDIA, and I'll like that to be my final answer.
Okay, going to be locking in B, NVIDIA there for the final answer.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is going to be AMD. And it looks like Carrick will be walking away here, not doing as badly as it looks there, with $25,000, though, unfortunately. So we'll be at least walking away with that. It is going to be AMD. And that's a little bit of a difficult one because, NVIDIA is well known there for their video cards, graphic processors, but AMD going to go ahead and be the answer there for the processor in that Xbox Series X. And so with that being said, great job there by Carrick being able to get nearly all the way up, but going to be walking away there with $25,000. So good job by him getting that $25,000 question there correctly.
Okay.
So congratulations to Carrick there. He will walk away with $25,000 as he did hit that threshold just a few questions ago. We are going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back with some more action here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Gaming Edition right after this.